Hey, this is our April marketing assistance video. This is an educational topic video, just information that I am talking to about with my clients. Maybe it's questions, maybe it's topics, and usually do a little bit of a deeper dive. I'm going to go with third time's a charm. This is the third time of recording this video, and hopefully I have my sound on this time. So let's talk about grain marketing in stagnant markets. Got my information from USDA, some articles, as well as some training videos, which I thought was kind of cool. So grain marketing in stagnant markets is really difficult, and it can add a whole nother layer of complexity because there's no wild swings, there's no major market no major market movers. There's nothing really out there to grab your attention, but you still need to do grain marketing. So we're going to talk about what causes stagnant markets and then how to handle them on your grain marketing plan. Usually in stagnant markets, we see prices start to stabilize, if not decline, for a longer period of time. And that's going to be many times it's after like some type of disruption, a short production year, supply chain disruption. So we're talking about maybe a drought or maybe a war. Stagnant markets at that point in time, usually we see yields on those crops start to increase and get back to historical trends. Also during this time, we usually see domestic demand slowly increase. A lot of times that's when we will see like global supplies increase. And all of this happens kind of very benign, very slowly. After a time of record prices or near record prices, we see most commodities drop just for those reasons that we were just talking about. And with trends and market research, a lot of the times going from the high that we were during those record prices to the low in the stagnant market. Corn loses about $2.50. Beans loses about $2.70 from those highs. There seems to be kind of a race to find the bottom or to define what the bottom of those markets are. And especially here of April of 24, you know, that's kind of what we were talking about in the later winter and into the spring of this year. So how can we handle this? How do we handle stagnant markets? Because we still have to market our grain. We still have to continue to sell and to price what we're going to produce. First off, pay attention to bounces. So you've heard the saying, reward the market. This is kind of what they're talking about. So if the market bounces and then at that point in time doing some cash sales, well, again, a lot of times, you know, you're rewarding that bounce. So keep that in mind and pay attention to those bounces. Have a growth mindset, but be reasonable with the expectations. So as we're going through the growing season, ideally we would like prices to go higher as we continue to sell and to sell at those higher prices. In stagnant markets, that uptrend is usually very slow, and you kind of have to redefine a new up day. So maybe during those volatile times when the market was really exciting and the market was up 20 cents, it was considered a good up day. In stagnant markets, that may only be like 6 or 8 cents to the higher side for the day to be considered a good up day. Pay attention to micro and macro economic issues like supply, demand, planting, interest rates, inflation, not only US GDP, but global GDP as well. And I know we do watch those every year and every growing season, but considering our bounces might be far and few between, we do want to pay attention to see if any of these factors can give us one of those bounces. Use the offer system that your local grain buyer has, whether you're talking elevator, feeder, processor. Most of them have an offer system where you can leave them cash grain offers during the overnight trade, when reports come out, when you're actually busy planting or in the sprayer. You can then have those cash offers in, and if they hit during the market, those will actually get filled. When I was a grain buyer in stagnant markets, those became kind of a valuable tool, because the pops that we would get maybe wouldn't last very long, but B, maybe wouldn't be very high. So please use that offer system. So we've talked about what a stagnant market is and how those happen, but also how to handle it. Pay attention to when the market bounces. Have a growth mindset with expectation. Pay attention to both macro and microeconomics, and use your local buyer's offer system. If you have any questions about stagnant markets and how it affects your grain marketing plan, I'd be happy to have a conversation with you. Actually, I'd be happy to have a conversation with you about any questions or comments you would have about grain marketing. Feel free to reach out to me with any questions, comments, concerns. I'd be happy to have a conversation with you. Thanks for watching. Bye.